Alright, what's up, YouTube? It's JackalGoldKick. Thankfully, this shit's finally fucking working. Fuck, man. Stupid ass YouTube and their bullshit, man. It's ridiculous. Fucking, what do you call it? YouTube wouldn't, the sound wouldn't go through. And I don't know what was going on, man. But yeah, we're gonna go live. There was some dumb fuck in my comments on my gaming channel. Oh, you know, what's good? What's up, C Walker? Some idiot in Jackal Gold Games. Oh, what you're saying about oh no, it's Alex. The title makes it seem like you're saying it's objective. It's like, how is it fucking objective? Nothing someone says and gives their viewpoints on is ever fucking objective. It's always opinion based. I hate when people are fucking stupid and they try to point out something that's so obvious. It's like, you're stupid. Now I can hear you. Yeah, I'm glad. I don't know what was going on earlier. Taking some aspirin or aspirin type shit. Probably stream until about 9. Ugh. Ugh, shit. Yeah, let me know what's going on with y'all. Oh, what's up, Jalen Sword? Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna pin this comment. This stuff helps the channel. But yeah. I was hoping that was going to be a streamer video, so I won't have to miss it this time. Yeah. Decided to do YouTube Live with StreamYard. It's like, if I let people in, it's going to be risky, because how these people are when they come in your live and they say shit. Not say shit, but they try to do some stupid shit in your live, basically. You put the effort to have them in your live stream, and then it's like they do dumb shit. Yo, what's up, GamerCam24? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we'll be going live till about 9 o'clock. So yeah. I'm glad computers have a night light option, so even though I'm on a computer late in the night, I'm not going to be affected by it because I got the blue light shit turned off, which is nice. Real nice, honestly. I watched a pretty good movie a bit ago, Alpha Alert, about these military soldiers that get caught up in an experiment, pretty messed up. Right, the last time I saw the link, I was about to join to the panel until I ended up getting a video call. It was a complete mess. Yeah, I hear that. It's understandable. Yeah, we are live. Mm-hmm. I had some chicken sandwiches earlier, yeah, it was pretty good. Good old chicken sandwiches. I usually eat it with mayonnaise, but if there is no mayonnaise, yeah, first one to know and hit the like button. Appreciate it. Yeah, if there isn't no mayonnaise, I usually will have barbecue sauce with the chicken sandwich. I mean, the chicken sandwich you make either in the oven or you make it in a pan, the frozen chicken patties, basically. I just wish they were a little bigger. For me, I got to eat two of them. Just one's just not feeling enough. What do you think of the guy named D4VD? I mean, I know it's David. Not really familiar with who that is. Or are they like a musician or YouTuber? Little RT is a 10-year-old rapping about destructive music. I know about him. Uh, Messed up. At least, I didn't care much for Matty B, but at least he was not about that bullshit. He kept it PG. But he had it pronounced with D4VD. Yeah, I'm not familiar with him. I think that name would be better if he put a 1 in it to match David. Like, he should have put a 1 between V and D. I hate modern hip hop now. Yeah, it's trash. It really isn't all that good. Uh. AKA new school rap, yeah, definitely. But yeah, I'm gonna make a community post real quick. We got Leon Calavera interviews out, and that paid request I did's out. Um, yeah, that's what's out currently. So let's send me a message. That's my streaming. I'll say, yeah, I am now. AK New School Rap. They were saying that he was in a test of the king along with a 15-year-old girl. What the hell? That's horrible. I didn't hear about this. That's damn, man. Shit, crazy. You go in my um, let people know I'm live. I guess I can make a post about it. All right, whatever. We'll just keep rolling. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. The remix, much better. Yeah, for those that want the convenience of for those that want the convenience of like if you don't feel like going on a bunch of apps to talk to people, I recommend Beeper. It's a really good app. It combines Facebook Messenger, Instagram. Um, that's the main reason I use it. So people can talk to me from Instagram and Facebook Messenger at the same time. It's amazing, freaking awesome. Oh shit! Yo, what's up, Kadeem the King? Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome. Saying you're going live. It's the way I see it. I'm in a good place where it's like I have a job that brings in money, but I'm still not gonna stop doing what I love doing, which is these YouTube channels. That is never going to stop. It's kind of the best place to be in. You work somewhere, you have money coming in, but then you're still doing your thing you're passionate about. I think it's a little bit strange that both die on the same day. I mean, I know it's horrible. Don't you think it was weird the fact he was only 20, she was 15? Yeah, that sounds crazy, honestly. Sorry, I was looking at something. But that sounds fucked up. I didn't hear about that. I didn't hear about that Tesla shit. Yeah, it's tragic, really. It's definitely tragic. Alcohol or weed? I'm gonna go with alcohol. I can have it in moderation. I prefer it over weed myself. I haven't drank in quite a while, though, to be honest. I'm honestly glad. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't drink alcohol. I don't got any crazy vices like that, so I don't have to spend no money on that shit. Like for the most part, it's really easy for me to save. You know, because I don't need to buy cigarettes for myself. I don't need to buy a drink or I don't have any friends, so it's not like I'm spending money on parties and shit. So yeah, to me, also being frugal and being cheap is another way to survive in today's climate. Being frugal and cheap. You know, like I'll give a basic example of this. Why would you pay for any subscription service to watch movies when there's free ones out there like Crackle and Tubi and many more? That's a way to save money right there. Just one. That's just one instance of saving up money. Forget the paid subscription services. Just use the free ones. You know. Same thing with music. Like I had Spotify for a bit, but I stopped subscribing to it because I could just, I won't fully say how, but I can just, get those things for free. Let's just say it that way with, in the seven C's. Facts. Yeah. Right. Yep. I see what you're saying, C. Walker. You people was born in the 90s don't like new rap. Yep. Yo, Jackal, glad to see you streaming again. What's up, Dynasty Heroes? Welcome to the stream. Like some other ways you could save money is like trying to think. Um if you buy new clothes, nothing wrong going with the cheaper stuff. You don't need the flashy fashion ones. You really don't. Like for the most order YouTube music and make a new channel, you'll get 3 months free. Yeah, you're right about that. What's an issue with the stream starting? Yeah, for some reason earlier I kept trying to stream and the audio wasn't coming through. I don't know what the hell is wrong with it. How you doing, man? I'm done now. I have a little bit left in the game. I only played like 40 minutes today because, man, I'm just burnt out on it. Like I really am. Like that's one of the things that really sucks when you're collecting trophies and achievements is if you just go all in on one game and try to get everything in it, man, you'll burn yourself out. It's man, you'll really burn yourself out. That's happened to me so many times. At least I got the mashup that I did. Yeah, what mashup? I'm not sure what I'll play next. What game I have? I have Stray, which is that game where you play as a cat. That's something. Those story games aren't meant to be played over and over in short succession either. Yeah, and the thing is, like, it's cool they have choices, but there's only so many times you can play a game before you get sick of it. That's the thing. And a lot of the trophies in those games require you to play it over and over and over again, which is really annoying. I hate trophies like that. I couldn't get into it, but I heard Knack, the game was like that, where you had to play it so many times. That just gets old. Like I remember the Evil Within one. I love that game, but man, I burned myself out getting that platinum. I fucking. By the time I was done platinuming it, I hated the. I'm like, I'm done with this game. I don't want to play it no more, even though I like the game. So it's like, how do you find that balance where you want to get achievements and trophies, but you don't want to burn yourself out of the game, man? Yeah, for those that know, sometimes I shiver. I don't know if that was seen on camera. Sometimes I shiver. I don't know if it's weather change, but that's something I've always done. I don't know why I do it. I don't know what the hell it is about, but I've always done it my whole life. I don't know if anyone else ever does that, but those story games are meant. I already read that. I already read that. Modern game sucks. I disagree. There's some new stuff I want to play. I really wish the new consoles would go down in price, man. Why do they got to be so much? It don't make no sense. In some ways, this is the worst console generation ever for two reasons. Number one, think about this. When the PS5 and Series X came out, people couldn't even get it because of, what was going on in the world in 2020. And now that it's available, it's too expensive. It's like, what the fuck? You know? I'm not saying that it's bad in terms of the games, but like just how things have been with the consoles. Like, what the hell, man? You know? If there's one thing the next generation should do after this one, be more affordable and don't have a disaster like what happened in 2020. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Tiger, to be honest with you, but with the song Tasteless by the beat, and I put Brandy's acapella, and I can say that's way better than hear Tiger rapping on his beat. Yeah, that's cool. You figured out a way to like that song. Yeah, some songs sound better with other people in it. Like, if I knew how to do AI with Kid Cudi, I would like that song by Timbaland, Say Something. I do like that song, but I could deal with maybe Drake being replaced. Like if I could with I would just replace Drake on that song with Kid Cudi. I actually think that's who should have been on the song with Timbaland, not Drake. So a friend of mine showed me a couple of days ago. There's actually a thing called retro achievements on PC. Basically, any video game you can think of as achievements. Yeah, I heard they can add that in old games. It's pretty cool. I don't do the AI. Oh, okay. I was listening to Joey Badass new mixtape. That's cool. Thankfully, I'll get Sunday off. So glad. Dynasty Warriors 3 has over 300 achievements. Kind of crazy. That's ridiculous. That's too much. Even for my favorite game, that's too much, 300. Like, what the hell? That's insane. 300 is too much. By the way, we still haven't heard anything about Dynasty Warriors Remaster. Like, what's going on with that? There's been no news of it whatsoever. Ridiculous. Mm. Mm. Personally, I hope it's 4. Because Dynasty Warriors 4 is my favorite of all time. I would love to play that with a resolution boost, especially with that music, man. But like I said, as long as it's 3, 4, or 5, I'm good. I imagine they will give us more information when they drop the DLC for Origins. Yeah. A part of me feels like it's going to be 5 because of how he said, I can't play 5 on modern consoles. Um, but yeah, whichever one they do, I'm for it. As long as it's not 1, 2, or um, yeah, as long as it's not 1 or 2, because I can't get into 2. It's too outdated for me. Dynasty Warriors is one of those series that I think got better over time. Like I thought about making a video eventually on my gaming channel about like video game series where the sequels were better, and I think Dynasty Warriors is in that category. Because once they got to 3, that's when the series became Dynasty Warriors. I didn't play 1, but part 2, I tried to go back to it a lot of times. I just can't get into it. It's so outdated. It's too basic, and it's like some of those. I don't know. It don't work for me. Well, they include the expansions, whether it's 3, 4, or 5. I agree. Um, I hope they include, XL and Empires. Something I hope they do with all of them is when you include XL, make it to where it's like SW2 XL. Because one of the things I actually think was good, like even though you don't have it physically, which sucks, one of the positives of having a digital version of Extreme Legends for Samurai Warriors 2 on Xbox 360 is anytime I launch that game, I don't have to swap disc. I can just launch the game and XL's in there. On PS2, it's a pain in the ass. Every single time I want to play that fucking game, you got to swap the disc around. I hate that. I really hope they can fix that if they re-release those. Find a way to fix it. Or have a disc too where you just install it in the console like the Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition and you're good to go. There are some other games. Like the thing is, even if I do get a next gen console, I think the backwards compatibility can be beneficial because there's a lot of games I like to play from those times. Like Fallout 76, I want to try it. As a fan of Fallout, I got to try it, and I want to try it. I want to try Dynasty Warriors 9, just because. I want to try that stuff. Yeah. Hi. What's up, Big Ox Miller? Welcome to the stream. Did you ever buy a gaming console from Timu? I heard they are a scam. Never used Timu, but I don't think I would, to be honest. I don't know if DW3, 4, or 5 has any exclusive Japan content, but I I hope we would get it also if they do. Yeah, like I don't know if you knew this, but Dynasty Warriors 5 was released on 360 in Japan, and it includes the XL content. It looks really good. I got scammed by Indeed. That sucks. Another re-release I want is the Warriors Orochi Z. We were supposed to get Warriors Orochi Z in the US, but they canceled it. I wish we could have gotten that. Those are some other games that should get remastered. But I do think out of the three, I would say 3 and 4 should get it over five first. Because the thing with five, you can play it in HD, technically through Empires, and you can play Warriors Orochi 1 and 2 in HD, and they are DW5 technically. So 3 and 4 would need it more. And then if they do remaster Dynasty Warriors game, they need to head over to Samurai Warriors and remaster those games. Like, dude, I want to remaster Samurai Warriors 1 where I could play it in 4K res. Like, I would love that shit. Hell, I wouldn't mind getting Samurai Warriors 2 again. And then, there's a lot of possibility. That's why I'm going to support the Dynasty Warriors remaster when it comes out. Because there's so much potential after that, you know? Like maybe they'll finally fucking re-release Samurai Warriors 3 where you get the all the content. Because I did enjoy my time with Samurai Warriors 3, but I couldn't play a campaign with Masanori, which really sucked because the English dub of Samurai Warriors actually made me like Masanori way more because he had a really cool voice. He had Liu Bei's voice actor from DW4, which already makes me a huge fan because I love that voice actor. What's up, Superman 27 Rivas? Hi, welcome to the stream. But yeah, Motochika's got the same, not Motochika, but Masanori's got the same voice actor as Liu Bei in Dinosaurs 4, which is really cool. Makes him sound really cool, honestly. Call for an uprising. Yo, what's up? What's up? Welcome to the stream. Um, and then, Kenshin's sister, she don't have a campaign in that game because it's the base version. Stupid. Yo, what's up, Emo Metal 59? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, some more streets seems like it misses potential. I know it has a PS3 version, which I imagine is way superior. Yeah, they really should do it. Because Katsui Shibata, I had to grind him out in free mode because his campaign isn't in there, but it's in the XL version. Toshie has a campaign too, but it's not in that version. I got to strike one of my videos. I had almost 3,000 views before it's removed. That sucks, man. Nothing much dealing with BS drama last night. That sucks. I also like to try out Samurai Warriors Chronicles, but I don't have a 3DS at the moment. You know the song World with God? Yeah, it's a good diss track towards T.I. for Ludacris. I'm not talking about conspiracy theories on my channel, but there's users that post way worse content and they never get taken down. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man. It's messed up. I was shocked when I knew it was a T.I. diss. Yeah, definitely. Uh, so we kind of trash or just something about selling. Wow. Yeah, I'm not familiar with it. Worth God is how I knew about their beef. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this one person named Dragon Slayer wanted me to do a rant video. Yeah, this one person named Dragon Slayer wanted me to do a rant video on you talking BS about Juggalo and your opinion on it. I'm not going BS strong with you. Everyone has their own opinion on things. People can't let that shit go, man. Like it's ridiculous. Or that shit. It's like they must agree with my opinion because like artificial entertainment said, if you get mad at someone's opinion, then you agree with me. Then you just agree with me because if you know if because if me not liking something messes it up for you, then you know I'm right. Then you know that you probably don't like ICP. I don't know. It's just it's ridiculous, man. I never heard of that Dragon Slayer dude, but yeah, it's just like it don't make sense. It's like not everybody has to like ICP. Just like not everybody there's people that don't like Hobson, and I like Hobson. It is what it is. Careful, I was listening to two songs day after beef. Oh, okay. Hey Joe, what's up, Benjamin Time? I mean I heard her song I'm selling wow, Sukiyana. Yeah, that sounds lame. Yeah, people can let that shit go ICP, man. They have their fan base is worse than Eminem's in terms of stands. Yes, because when I did a video about why I thought Eminem sucks nowadays, that video got 8,000 views, and there may have been some people mad in the comments, but I've never had Eminem stands make videos on me or diss me the way Juggalos have, or Juggalo stands, I should say. And all right, everyone has their own opinion on things. Yeah, exactly. Did Fetty flag your video too, Jaggle? I doubt it. I don't know why it got flagged. YouTube's taking down too much old shit from back then. And that fucking idiot Sterling Rivera, he put a privacy complaint on the collab he did with me because he was wanting me to take down the collab that I did with Movie Fan 23 and him fucking years later because he's not on YouTube anymore. It's like, motherfucker, it's my video on my channel, you asshole. You know, I wish he'd gain all this fucking weight back, get diabetes, fucker. No wonder why Italian Style 51 hated that guy and, made fun of him. Good. He's a piece of shit. To put a privacy complaint on my collab. You chose to be in the collab video. It's the same thing with Thriller 32. He had problems with me because I wanted to put the little pump right back up. Newsflash, bottom line, you do a collab with someone, you're signing the deal. It's a done deal. It's out there. Can't do anything about it. If you don't want it out there, should have never did it. You know, I busted my ass at it in that video. So don't see me get mad about people saying about Slipknot. I don't get mad about over it. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. Like Bud and Dancer was my favorite music artist of all time. There's plenty of people that don't like them. Hello, host. What's up, NM Vlog 786? Welcome to the stream. I'm glad Fetty only had 1 year of fame, 2015, because he sucked. I remember having to hear Trap Queen 679 in My Way a lot back then. Yeah, he was trash. He sucked. His voice was very annoying. I think Fetty Rap would be a better rap name for him instead of Fetty Wap. Maybe YouTube flagged my rant because I was making fun of his eye. I didn't give a shit back in the day. Fuck him. What's going on with Silent Rob these days? Heard anything about him? Silent Rob, man, I like his content, but he got bad off on drugs and he lost his mind. You know, like a lot of YouTubers these days. Like Review Tech USA lost his mind. Silent Rob is just unfortunately one of those people. Silent Rob got bad on drugs, deleted his channel. I mean, I feel some sympathy for him because I know what addiction's like, but man, it sucks to see, honestly. Fetty Wap had this song with Kurt Cobain. So like, yeah, Kurt Cobain is a good artist. I did always like that song, "Drink in My Cup." Hello, guys. Yeah, welcome. Fetty Wap went broke before he ended up in jail. Yeah, it's like, how do you go broke? You know, you don't. That's the thing, man. Some people they have it all and they lose it all. You gotta save that shit, man. Kurt Cobain's fell off, which upsets me. Yeah, another good song he did was "Top of the World" with Joe Budden. Who do you think is the worst and most toxic YouTuber? I think it has to be Boogie2988. Um, Most toxic YouTuber. Hmm. He's definitely a good choice because he always plays the victim. Never wants to change shit. Trying to think about who I can pick. If artist sucks to the point where you have to be to the point where they have to flag a video criticize them, they truly suck. I have no confirmation he did it though, Benjamin. So I don't want to say. Who do I think is the most toxic YouTuber? Worst. Um, Apparently, Fetty Wap spent all his money on his friends. They betrayed him in the end. Yeah, shows you what some friends are for, right? Like even if I did eventually have real life friends, I'd be pretty resistant to money spending. You know, because I'm good at saving and I live as cheap and frugal as I need to be in order to get to a good position. Because you know I've been through poverty my whole life and trying to get myself up out of that. But the most toxic YouTuber, Boogie2988, that's a good choice. Trying to think about someone else you could put in that category, like a really toxic YouTuber. I can't think of one to be honest. Can't stand Shane Dawson. Never watched him much. Um, who? Hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to think of somebody who's just like super annoying or toxic. I've lent money before, but but would I lend a friend money? I'm not sure. I would want to know what it's for. Yep. What's your favorite anime show? To this day, it still has to be the original Full Metal Alchemist. I loved it. Um, it gave me like really cool feelings that no other anime did, and I have nostalgia for it because around that time I was like a teenager, and that was the time when I got JB's first album recovered on YouTube and shit. So Full Metal Alchemist, the original. I love the character design. I love the feel of the show. Out of any anime I've seen, that's the best one in my opinion. PewDiePie is kind of annoying, also to be honest. Yeah. Thoughts on Troll Rap? It's great. Riff Raff is one Troll Rap I don't mind. Yeah. Troll Rapper's been dead for no Troll Rap has been dead for a while to be honest. It ain't the same as it used to be. Logan Paul was another awful YouTuber. Yeah, he was. Like I was listening to an interview um, It was either him or Jake Paul. I don't know. Um, why do some people have issues with you? Do you have a bad attitude and are you ungrateful at times? What up, DCX? Welcome to the stream. Why do some people have issues with me? I mean, in this business, when you're a YouTuber, an online person, you're going to create enemies. There's just no avoiding it. You know, it's like people said, you could be the nicest person on YouTube and you're going to make enemies. People aren't going to like you. It's just impossible, really. But fuck them, you know. These rappers are tools of white supremacy by destroying hip hop. What's that mean? My voice actor played Roy for Fellow Alchemist in Comic Con. That's awesome. I still remember when Logan Paul recorded that dead body in that Suicide Forest. That was terrible. It sure was. Like I was so obsessed and loved the original Full Alchemist. I had like my phone wallpaper as it. Like that show was awesome. Like, cause you got Vic Mignogna voicing. After I can't remember his name. What is it? Eric Alaric, the main character. I tried to watch Brotherhood. Like they say, Brotherhood's more can't. It follows the manga more better than the original, but I don't care. The original is better. Sometimes going by the book is not better. You know, The Shining when it went by the book, I heard it wasn't as good as the Jack Nicholson one. Sometimes the solution isn't always going by the book. Did you get a new job yet? Yeah, I have one. I won't reveal what it is though. Check out one new Riff Raff song that wasn't bad at all. Yeah, his best song is Mr. Popular. I like the chorus on that one. I also like the beat too. I think it would be funny if Eminem did a song with him. Eminem should do a song with him for shits and giggles. Good for you, yeah. The rapper promoting destructive music. Oh yeah. His old music sucked, but I don't know about his new music. But did you know that voice actor played Edward as the voice of Brother for Dragon Ball Z movie, really legendary Super Saiyan? Yep, I did know that. That whole Vic Mignogna thing shit pissed me off, man. That whole fucking making him look bad and making him lose his job so other motherfuckers could get roles over him, like Sean Schimmel, fucking that fucking clip of him and Kieran, whatever the fuck his name is, voice actor, um, Krillin. Fucking, you know what's funny about that video? Like they were making fun of Vic Mignogna, and Sean Schimmel looks and reminds me of Steven Seagal in that video. It's like, wow, he's an asshole, just like Steven Seagal is. That's a good pair. Who's your favorite underrated YouTuber? Mine have to be Marshmallow as a fourth. Interesting choice. That guy is interesting to follow. There was that interview someone did with him. I forgot the guy's name. It was pretty cool. Favorite underrated YouTuber? Um, Probably be cheating to say myself. um, it's hard to say. Well, I mean, one of them would be the Gamer Gods film. I was going by nerd person shooter. Lady Lena is a good female rapper. Yeah, I ain't heard her. I'm still on camera. I just gotta. Who's your favorite character in Dragon Ball Z? Tien. That's my all-time favorite Dragon Ball character. I love Tien. I like his design. I like the whole tri beam thing. Um, he's a badass. Even if they haven't did the best job with him nowadays, I really like him. He's my favorite. Number two would be Raditz. Raditz is my favorite Saiyan. I like his voice actor. And the thing about Raditz is you know, this is the thing about Raditz. He was so powerful that it took Goku and Piccolo to take him down. Whereas with Nappa, Goku washed him when he came back. It's just I don't know. I wish they could have did more with him because he really carried that show in the first five episodes, man. Such a waste of a good character. Rhapsody is the best female rapper. Yeah. About to make dinner, Jackal. What you eating? I mean, I got other favorites though, like Goku and Vegeta and Piccolo. Um, what's his name? Pycon. I really like, especially because he has the same voice actor as Sam I. Broly, more specifically the Dragon Ball Z Broly. I like that one more than the Super one. The Super one's weird to me. Maya's Teen Boan. Good choice. He was amazing. They ruined him. He became an adult. Like, what the fuck? Some other good favorites in the show would be, you know, Yajirobe was very funny. This kind of they didn't do much with him later on, but he's hilarious. I like Hercule Satan. I like his WWE type theme. Um, some other favorite characters would be, let's see, I'm trying to think. Um, in terms of villains, like who's a villain I really loved like that? GT villains are amazing, bro. Like Baby, like uh, Baby Vegeta, Dragon Ball GT is one of the best Dragon Ball villains. He was so cool because it was like Vegeta being the villain again. Omega Shinron was really cool. Super 17 was really cool, you know. And of course, Cell was really good as well in Z. He was a really good villain. Um, Vegeta and them were good villains, of course. Perfect Cell, my favorite bad guy, hand down for Perfect Cell. That's a good choice. He was a great villain. Vic got done so dirty by his colleagues, at least a few stepped up in his defense. I agree. They did him so wrong, man. I had Culver's for dinner. It's an excellent Midwest burger chain. Yeah, I never had it. I've always like whenever I look up food places, I've always seen that listed. The only thing I can think of as to why Vic Mignogna got done that way is because they were jealous and I guess they were jealous and just hated his success. Because I mean, you look at Vic Mignogna, he's more than just Broly. He's the guy from Full Metal Alchemist, right? Whereas like Sean Schimmel, what's he known for besides Goku? Monica Rial, like, what's he known for besides Bulma? You know, Christopher Sabat's the odd one out. He's kind of known for more than Vegeta, technically. I guess I don't know, but a part of me wonders if it was a jealousy thing. Part of me also wonders if it's because Vic Mignogna is a Christian. I don't know. Just saying. Could be. I don't know. I don't know why they did that shit to him. Didn't expect you to say Raditz. I agree with you though. He was very underrated for being the main character's brother. Underused. Like Raditz designs with the super long hair. Yeah, man, Raditz is really cool. Um, he started off Dragon Ball Z so good. Like he was like he that show started off with such a bang. Because he was in it. And, you know, he is the one that introduced the whole Saiyan lore and all that stuff. He introduced that shit, everything that we know now. He was the plot point to start all that shit for Goku to find out all this stuff about his origins. That's what made him interesting. And I like his voice actor a lot. And I just wish they would have kept him around. Like maybe he gets. I don't know. They could have did different shit with him. Same thing with Vegeta's brother Tarble. Like they don't do anything with him. Which is a shame. They could do more with Tarble. They could do more with Raditz. You know, another character they didn't do a lot with was Deborah, the Demon King. He was wasted. They could have did a lot more with him. I thought he had a cool design. He looked kind of like, I don't know if I could say Nobunaga, but he was pretty cool. He's basically in Sandland, just different. What's up, Jack? How's it going? What's up, Chewy? Welcome to the stream. Sandland's another good anime I did like. Um, that was also created by Akira Toriyama. I think that was one of the last things he worked on before he died. Sandland was good. One of the things I did really love about Sandland is one of the main characters was this just regular old man. He didn't have powers. He wasn't a martial artist. He was just this regular old man that was a badass. Like, I loved that about that show, man. And I thought it had a different take on the whole demon stuff, but that was my favorite character, the old guy, because he was just an average, normal person. He was just a badass. Like he even sized up and fought with this big young guy that had power armor out. He was awesome. He was awesome. I'd like to try the Sandland game sometime if I can. But yeah, uh, Deborah, if I'm saying his name right, whatever the Demon King guy, he was in Sandland, but just different. Because they did the whole Future Trunks stuff doing the Air Strider. I think they should have done a saga where they time travel to the past to play Vegeta or even Planet Salad. That would be cool. Um, you know, like maybe they try to stop it getting destroyed. That would be cool. I always felt like what would have been a cool idea for a Dragon Ball villain is have Goku actually meet Bardock and Gene. Yep, exactly. I always thought would have been a cool idea for a Dragon Ball villain, especially these days. Someone that is like he's a human villain. He's like a human villain, and he's like very powerful, and he's like what would you call it? He's like very prejudiced against anyone that's not a human, and he feels like Earth. He feels like the only ones who should be on Earth and protecting and living there is humans. Anyone else should be exterminated and got rid of. He doesn't respect them. And he could be like the antagonist against like Goku and Beerus and all them. And he's like ridiculously powerful. Um, like he just shows up and one shots Beerus, one shots Whis. Like, I don't know, man. Like they need to just bring somebody in that's like, how Negan came in The Walking Dead and he was just the top dog. They need to do that for Dragon Ball. They need to shake things up. Have someone come in like Negan was the top dog and just straight shocks everyone. Like, oh my goodness, he killed Whis and Beerus, and he might even kill the little Xeno guy next. Like that would really shake things up and add some tension to the show. They do still want to expand to more of the other Demon Kings and Diamond. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. I'm gonna Google this real quick though, see if that's true what you said about Dragon Ball Daima. If it's actually gonna get an English dub or not. Because man, look that up real quick. Is Dragon Ball Daima getting a dub? Yes, Dragon Ball Daima has an English dub that premiered on Crunchyroll on January 10th, 2025. What? Really? So there is a dub out for it? I gotta watch this show, man. Damn it. So the English dub has been out. Oh man, I need to watch this shit. Okay. Well, that'll be something I'll watch eventually because they got an English dub. Good. I'm glad that wasn't true what you heard about Dynasty Heroes. That would have really sucked. By the way, speaking of anime, where the hell is season 3 for One Punch Man? Like, man, Because I really enjoyed my time with One Punch Man. Season one was amazing, a lot of fun. Season two was not as good, but I still had enjoyment for it. But there's been no word of a new season. But that's a really good show, honestly. But you have that preconceived notion about stuff like, how is this show going to be any good if the guy can just take out everything with a hit? But it surprises you. It kind of plays around with the idea of how would it be if a main character was too powerful and how they deal with that, just being too strong, basically. Um, yeah. By the way, Dynasty Heroes, I've only seen Psycho Pass season one and two. How did they do? Like, have they continued more seasons with it? Because I never did catch up to the rest of the series. Be right back. I'll still be on the mic and camera. I just gotta grab some sleep meds to take. But yeah, if I didn't have sleeping pills, I would not be able to keep a good consistent sleeping schedule. Hello, what's up, Iron 1008? Welcome to the stream. I don't understand why people are so harsh on Super. Maybe it's the animation that didn't help they replace the first two arcs in the movies, but I like what they've done with Gods and Angels. I think, well, I'll speak for me of why I didn't like Super that much. I felt like I felt like season one and two were just a retread of the movies, but not even as good. The animation was poor in a lot of ways for me. Um, I didn't I didn't like a lot of the new characters like Jocko and stuff. I didn't like how they made Vegeta just like this coward and he fears Beerus because that goes against what Vegeta was like in all the other animes before it. Um, I just found a lot of the story and a lot of the stuff happening boring, and you know they took Goku being an idiot and went way off the handle with it. There was a lot of bullshit power scaling stuff, like you had the stupid female Saiyans, Kaba and Kefla, or what the fuck their names are. The only arc I like in that series is probably, well, I like the Goku Black arc to be fair, but the best one is Tournament of Power. But I didn't like it as much as the other shows. I don't know. Maybe someday I can rewatch it if I get the whole set. I do want to play Dragon Ball Z Kakarot though. That is one of those games I will be getting on the next gen console. I really want to play that game because it's more RPG like, and that'll be really cool. But different strokes for different folks. Some people like Super for the reasons they do. Some people don't. Um, some people hate Dragon Ball GT, but I find merit in Dragon Ball GT. Wii Spears, Hit, and Jiren are great additions with the cast. I like Hit. Uh, Beerus, I guess I've grown not to hate him as much when I did watch. I will say I did like the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie. I did like that. Whis, I'm not too big on. Jiren, he was a really boring character, to be honest with you. I liked Toppo more. the guy that looks like diabetes. You know that commercial with the guy diabetes. That's that's who Topo looks like with the big walrus mustache. He looks just like diabetes, the commercial guy. I liked him more than Jiren. Yeah, he was more interesting to me. Jiren made for good action and stuff, but he was just so boring in my opinion. Have you played Save Emergency? No, I know it's like a Rockstar game. Um, let's see. I like the Goku Black Arc. I like Zayama. Personally, I think the best villain in Dragon Ball Super is Zayamasu. I liked him the most, to be honest with you. He looked like he was from Zelda, but I liked him. He was cool. Um, what up? What's up, Rap Frame? Uh, Archives, welcome to the stream. What's up, JGK? What's up, DJDZ? Welcome to the stream. He's the one villain they technically weren't able to beat. They had to rely on Zeno. True. That's true. I think that's something they could do more with Dragon Ball Super is, with the timeline thing, you don't have the gods, which that's another thing. This is a thing that's always talked about. And I wonder this. If they ever readapt Dragon Ball GT, or if we get to that point, how are they going to explain the gods and all that shit? Like, do they all just get killed off or something? I don't know. Because I still wonder if they'll, eventually go for the Dragon Ball GT shit. I think they could remake it and improve some things. There's a lot of things they could improve, I tell you that much. Ugh, shit. Sleep meditation. But yeah, I definitely need to play Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, that's for sure. hmm I don't know about y'all, but I like listening to. Every time I go to sleep, I love putting on Let's Plays and going to sleep with them. I don't know why. The only explanation for GT Connected Super is the gods and angels cease to exist with the whole cast gets mind erased in the events. That's true. That's how they could do it, you know? That's the way they could go about it. I need to play more Dragon Ball games. Yeah, I have Raging Blast, but I that's one of those games where I played it halfway and then I dropped it for whatever reason and never went back to it. I hate when I do that. Whichever PS2 games based off kids movies, aka the movie tie-ins. You mean like get them? Just listen to freestyling and rap frame. Recommend you look in that app so you can blow up in that up. They have so many talented people who are so underground in the rap game. The app's called Rap Frame. I mean, it's cool to hear. Yeah, I may get them. Yes, I may get them if they're good. But Rap Fame, yeah, I'll look it up. Um, I'm passionate about underground rap, so me and you are on the same page here, and I like to archive shit. There's still some music I can't find that I've been wanting to get, but I don't think it'll ever happen, sadly. The only Dragon Ball games I played are some of the Budokai Tenkaichi, and Raging Blast 1 and 2. Yeah, I hear that. Main one I'll probably play is the Kakarot one because it's RPG like. What I'm probably gonna do, Dynasty Heroes, like I want a Series X, but first and foremost, I think the console I'll get first is PS5 Pro, simply because it's newer than Series X, and I think that if you want the best version of third party games in the ninth generation, then PS5 Pro is going to be your way to go. It really will be. Yeah, it's annoying that most anime games are fighting games. I want more RPG anime games. I agree. I definitely agree with that. It's a big problem. Like the fact that the PS5 Pro is more powerful than Series X, when I really think about it, it does make it more appealing to buy. Rap fame, you can join crews or make your own, and you can battle people. That's cool. To answer what you asked earlier, Psycho Pass has had a bit more content, like season 3 and about 4 movies. Oh, okay. Like I'm legit surprised Xbox hasn't released their own like revision of the Series X. I don't think Microsoft are invested in Xbox anymore. No, they really aren't. Not sure they're even releasing games physically now. Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. Like, let me look up a comparison between the PS5 version of Dynasty Warriors Origins versus the Series X version. I guarantee you it's going to be a big difference. Imagine this: Jackal Gold Kick brings home a 32-inch Sony Trinity CRT TV that weighs just over 0 pounds. He struggles so hard that he will need 2 or 3 people to carry the TV in the house with him. I mean, the whole thing with CRT TVs, never going to have them again. It was a waste of time to even have one. There's really no reason to own one anymore. Do you think it'll replace some PS5 versions of games of Guardian Village and RE4 Remake? Oh, absolutely. That's one of the things I could not wait for, man. Like I don't know if you knew this, but they did remasters of Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake. There's PS5 copies of those games. But I'm definitely gonna play RE4 remake on PS5, absolutely. And Village, especially RE4 remake, man. Well, when I get a PS5 Pro, the first game I'm playing first and foremost is Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. That's the first. Then it'll be Silent Hill 2 remake. Then it'll be the Resident Evil stuff, especially RE4 remake. That's gonna be because I played it and enjoyed it. I played it on PC and I played it on PS4. But I think being able to play it on PS5 will be a whole new world. Chronos and New Dawn looks interesting as well. So yeah, in terms of new stuff, the only thing I see me getting on PS5 in terms of new Dynasty Wars Origins. And there's also Dynasty Wars 9. There's also Fallout 76. All the games you mentioned are made by Japanese companies. Japan is keeping video games alive. They are. They absolutely are. I agree. You know, they really are. You know, and I feel like they're not involved in stupid shit like you know other shit in the gaming industry. They're not involved in dumb shit. You know, I heard Ghost of Yotai has high boycotts. That's what happens when you have people like that work in your fucking gaming industry. You know, What's up, Hale? Kind of shocked we made Dead Rising. Me too. Well, I do wonder. Part of me wonders if it won't be that great. The only reason I'm saying that is because I don't know what it is, man. I just ain't heard. Like, how when certain games come out, you hear word of mouth. Like, people are like, man, this game was such and such and such. I haven't heard anybody talk about Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. Now, in a good way because of spoilers, but I'm almost wondering if it didn't live up to expectations because I don't hear anybody talk about that game. It's like it don't even exist. Not much. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to be spoiled about the game, but it's like I don't hear anybody talk about it, dude. I don't hear anybody talk about it or say, man, that game was really good. I recommend it. It's like crickets. So maybe because of maybe because how could they really improve on it? Yeah. Yeah, it's just crazy how I've been about that game. I'm looking forward to the different Frank voice. Yeah, I feel that. It's gonna be weird, man. It's gonna be real strange. I heard that Malicious Joker is trash, but I agree with you. He is fire. I never said he was fire. I'm calling you fire. Oh, I'm sorry. Um, I apologize. I appreciate it. You're good. Hmm. You think GTA will come out next year? It's possible. If it don't get pushed back again for the millionth time. You know, I don't know if it's just me, but someone pointed this out. The characters, like, don't you feel like the characters in GTA 6 look bland? Like, when you see the main characters, they don't really, I don't know, like, do they look distinctive to you? I don't know. They just look bland to me. It's the same thing with Borderlands 4. Like, Borderlands 4, the characters just look so uninspired. Like, where's the creativity? It's kind of cool how GTA 5 had 3 playable characters. I kind of wish they would have doubled down on that, doing like in GTA 6, you can play as 6 characters, or you can swap between these characters that are involved in the story to keep it fresh. I don't know. I respect your opinion on Taco Bell. Yeah. But yeah, I might end the stream here. I will because it's getting late. I'm heading to bed here soon. I want to appreciate everyone for showing up and supporting the stream. It's been a good one. Peace out.